Like, I'm sorry. No? Yeah, we're on the floor up there.
Now, close out paper and she'll let them fit on you.
That means it was recording.
You sorry. Little do you know, you about to nut up, girl.
See something? I'm Dr. Raymond. I've called you before or not. I'm Chanel veterinarian today. I understand that the dog got over on Saturday. Is that right? Okay. I know your main concern was that back right leg there. Is that broken or not? Does her leg, is she putting any weight at all on it? No.
Well, she hasn't moved.
Okay.
Saturday she was still like adrenaline.
Okay.
So she was trying to get leg get safe and she's dragging her all night.
Okay.
That's why I was worried too, but I do think one is broken.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. But she has tried to stand up on her.
That's it. She's
Okay.
not there.
Okay.
She's been sleeping. This is the most she's been up, I guess, because we're not home. She's been sleeping.
Yes, ma'am.
Like, I mean, where, like, how are you breathing?
Okay.
So.
Has she eaten all for you since this happened? Okay.
She won't eat or drink. Have you looked at her?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I have. As far as injuries and things like that go, I can't say for sure right now, but I do worry there may be a fracture of her back right femur surface bone.
That's the one I wrapped up?
Okay. Yes, ma'am. So I do feel like there's possibly a fracture there when I feel of it. She does have some other wounds and all. I don't see anything too serious as far as those wounds go. I do feel like those can be treated and can be allowed to heal. She is, whenever I try to look at those wounds, I will tell you she is pretty painful. So I haven't been able to look extremely thorough. I definitely don't want to keep causing her some discomfort. I do see a few scanner wounds and that gash and all. The other thing too, she is running a fever, so I do feel like she's probably got an infection today, which we'll get her on some antibiotics to help with that. The other thing I don't know right now too is I don't know if it's just because she's painful or if because there's some sort of because of the injuries. But whenever I take and say this is her back foot here, I take and kind of pinch up her toes. Normally they should pretty quickly pull it back away from you. You kind of pinch this, it's uncomfortable, so they pull it away from you. Whenever I pinch up her back toes, she does pull away, but it's pretty weak. So I don't know if that's because she's painful that she's doing that, or if it's because there is some sort of neurologic injury. Did something happen when the dog kind of picked her up and I imagine the dog kind of shook her a little bit. Did that cause some injury to the spinal cord or anything of that nature? As far as what we do for her today, ideally what we do is first start taking some x-rays of her chest to make sure she doesn't have any abnormalities there. And then if that comes back normal, the next step would be to sedate her. That way we can then take x-rays of her legs, because right now I'm trying to take x-rays of her legs, straight down. So take some x-rays of her legs, and then also we would, while she's asleep, those areas of wounds she's got, we would clip the hair away from those and get those cleaned up. And that way too, when she's asleep and we get them cleaned up, we can inspect those a little bit further. And then just depending on what we find as far as, is there a fracture? And if so, what type of fracture is it? Is it just a little crack in the bone, or is it severely displaced? Let us know what we need to do there. And then definitely get her on some pain medication, some antibiotics too. So what I can do is I can put you together an estimate for what we would be looking at there. If all of that, I'll put that together for you too, to see where we're at there. If not, the other thing we can do is, I'll tell you, especially given that she's young, if there is a fracture there and it's not severely displaced, a lot of times they will heal on their own over time. Now, definitely we'll have her on some pain medication, so we're not going to let her be uncomfortable. But that is one thing, if we had to hold off on sedating or hold off on the x-rays and just get her on some pain medication, some antibiotics. The other thing I would do too is I would give her what's called subcutaneous fluids, which is it's the same fluid she would get through an IV catheter, but we can actually take and inject a bottle of that between her shoulder blades on top of her back, so she'll look like a camel for a couple of hours, which will absorb that fluid out to rehydrate her, because she does seem to be a little bit dehydrated.
I tried you with her.
Yes, ma'am. And odds are she's not eating because she's uncomfortable. So my hope would be, we get her pain under control, and then she starts eating for us. We get her on the antibiotics, she starts eating for us, things like that. And if it is, a fracture that's maybe not super displaced, a lot of times these guys, when they're just young, they'll heal really well on their own. So that's another way we could go about it. And say for some reason, say if we went that route, but she just wasn't getting any better, then later on we could take some sedator and take some x-rays if we need to. But I'll put you together kind of the plan A and then also plan B too. I'll put both of those together. I'll have them come in and go over that with you, and then we'll go from there. Right now, on her exam, she's breathing a little heavy. When I listen to her heart and lungs, everything there sounds okay. So I think it's probably just she's uncomfortable. So we get that under control. That should help with her breathing. But if we go with that plan B, just keep an eye on her at home. If anything changes, you call me and let me know. All right.
How's she going to because she's just like
So for now, you're just going to kind of clean her up whenever she goes. Yes, ma'am. For now, hopefully we get her pain under control. So that swelling goes down. She's not going to even if it's just on 3 legs, kind of get up and posture a little bit.
I can't go back to that. So I know she's not
yes, ma'am. But I'll put both of those options together for you, and we'll do whatever we need to help you out there. But say if we go plan B and she's just not getting any better, we can get her back in later and sedate her, take some x-rays, try to find out what's going on. All right. Yes, ma'am. Do you have any questions or anything? Yes, ma'am. Well, I'll go put all that together for you, and then they'll come in and we'll go with that with you, and then we'll go from there. All right. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Nice to meet you. Yes, ma'am. Hey, it's under the circumstances. Nice to meet you.
All right.
Thank you.